Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the UHD-IPC165-K HDMI extension kit. This product makes it incredibly easy for you to share all of your HDMI media content with a second remote location up to 70 meters away over a single CAT6 or CAT7 LAN cable. The product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content and also provides local loopback functionality at the primary site where you can continue to enjoy the content here while you're simultaneously sharing it with your remote location. The remote receiver also includes audio extraction capabilities that will essentially strip the audio component from the media stream you're sharing and allow you to pass that along to a soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. The kit also includes a set of infrared blasters that will collect up the remote control signals from that secondary location and pass those back over the same LAN connection to the primary location so you can remotely control the content you're watching. Finally, the product is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant, which means it works with a wide range of different media styles. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at both the modules and explain the connections and indicators. I'll list the features and functions the product provides. And finally, I'll come back and do a brief demonstration to show you just how easy this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find a transmitter module and a receiver module, as well as two power supplies, one for each of the modules. These are 5-volt DC 1-amp power supplies. You can simply plug this end into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs into the back of the module and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a set of infrared blasters that provide the remote control functionality from that secondary location. Also included is a warranty card and a full instruction manual that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and other really important details you'll need to understand about the product to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at both the modules. I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. Inside the kit, you'll find a transmitter module and a receiver module. The transmitter module is located at the primary site wherever the media content is you'd like to share with the remote location, and the receiver is located at that secondary location where you'd like to enjoy the content. I'll start with the transmitter module. On the one end, you'll find a reset button, and that can be used to reset the module if needed. In case you want to reset things and start from scratch, you'll hold that in for a couple of seconds. The unit will go through a power on self-test and come back online. To the right of that is a LAN port. That's where one end of the cable between the two modules connects. To the right of that is an infrared out port. That's where you'll plug in the infrared blaster that'll broadcast the signals from the remote location. And to the right of that is a power indicator. Now, the minute you add power to the module, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking the electronics just to make sure everything's working okay. Once it passes that test, it'll turn that LED on, letting you know the module's ready to use. On the other end, you'll find a DC input port. That's used with one of the power supplies. You'll simply plug that power supply into the wall. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there. And to the right of that are two more HDMI ports. The HDMI port on the right is the HDMI in port. That connects to whatever media device you'd like to share the content from with the remote location. This unit also provides local loopback functionality, so that second HDMI port can connect to a local monitor so you can enjoy the content here while you're sharing it with that remote location. The receiver module is very similar. On the one end, again, you'll find a reset button that can be used to reset the module. You'll find another LAN port right here, which is where the other end of the cable from the transmitter plugs in. To the right of that is an infrared in port, and that's used with the larger infrared blaster, plugs in right there. And then another indicator right here for power. The minute this passes power on self-test, it'll light that LED. On the other end, you'll find a DC input port. Again, that second power supply plugged into the wall. The end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there. Full-sized HDMI output port, and this connects to whatever monitor you'd like to enjoy the content on at your remote location. And then finally to the right of that is a left and right output port because the receiver can perform audio extraction capabilities, which essentially strips the audio from the media content you're viewing and allows you to pass it through this 3.5mm analog port to a soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. So that's a really nice feature. That's pretty much it for the two modules. The OREI UHD-IPC165-K is compatible with most modern HDMI media sources, including media players like Roku, security cameras, game consoles, computer systems, and streaming devices. The product's features include full support of 4K ultra high definition media content. It supports distances of up to 70 meters between the primary and secondary location. It is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant. The receiver provides audio extraction capabilities, and the system also includes local loopback at the primary location and an infrared blaster kit for easy control of your content from your secondary location. Now I'll show you the connections you'll need to make to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up a small media player that's currently looping a video on this monitor, and that's the media content I'd like to share with my remote location. Over here I've set up a second monitor, and this represents my secondary location. It could be an upstairs bedroom or downstairs in your den. It's wherever you'd like to enjoy the content from the primary location. And these can be up to 70 meters apart. In front of me I have the transmitter module here and the receiver module here. Now the first connection I'll make is from my media device to the transmitter, and I'll do that by disconnecting the HDMI cable from the display and plugging that directly into the HDMI input port on the transmitter. And now I can connect up the monitor at the second location. I've plugged the cable into the monitor. The other end of that cable plugs into the HDMI output port on the receiver. And now we're all set to connect up the network between them. It's really important you use a high quality LAN cable between your primary and secondary locations to guarantee the best quality at that remote location. I have a short CAT7 cable right here just to make that connection easy, and I'll plug that into the LAN port on the transmitter and the other end of it into the LAN port on the receiver. And now we're all set to add power. I've already plugged in both power supplies. The other end of those cables have barrel connections on them, which plug directly into both of the modules to provide the power. So I'll plug in the receiver first, then I'll plug in the transmitter. And it's not important which of these you plug in first. You can reverse the order. They'll work just fine. But the minute you add power to both of these modules, they start that power on self-test where they're checking the electronics to make sure everything's working okay. The transmitter module's checking the resolution of your media source. The receiver module's checking the resolution of the monitor to make whatever adjustments are needed to give you the best possible picture. They're also negotiating over the LAN cable to send the media to that secondary location. You'll notice the LED is blinking. When that goes solid, the negotiations have finished, and you'll see a display light up down here with the content from the primary site. It does take a couple of seconds for that to happen, and there you go. Now what you're seeing here is content from the primary location, again, up to 70 meters away, being sent over a single LAN cable. Now, one additional feature this product provides is called local loopback functionality, which allows you to enjoy the content at the primary site while you're simultaneously broadcasting it to your remote location. And to use that feature, you'll need one more HDMI cable, and you'll simply plug that into a monitor at the primary site. And the other end of that cable, you can plug into the HDMI output port on the transmitter. And this will force a renegotiation between the two of them because the resolution may be different on these monitors. But once that finishes, you'll see the display over here light up. There's the primary, and in a second you'll see it at the remote location. Now what that feature allows you to do, again, is to enjoy the content here while you're sharing it with a secondary location. A lot of kits on the market don't provide that functionality, which means you can either watch it here or you can watch it at the remote location. This one allows you to watch it at both at the same time. And it really is just that simple to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the OREI UHD-IPC165-K HDMI extension kit helpful. It really does provide an incredibly easy way for you to share any of your HDMI media content with a secondary location up to 70 meters away over a single CAT6 or CAT7 LAN cable. And the fact that the product provides local loopback functionality at the primary site means you can continue to enjoy the content here while you're simultaneously sharing it with that remote location. The audio extraction capabilities are great as well on the receiver end because they'll strip the audio from that media stream being shared and allow you to pass that along to a soundbar or a home stereo for better quality audio. The inclusion of the infrared blaster kit provides complete remote control of the content from that secondary location. And the fact that the product is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant means you can play a wide range of different media styles between those two locations. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.